Basketball star Angel Reese says her WNBA salary does not cover her rent.
And Angel Reese, we'll talk about them in this segment, but they are bringing personality to the WNBA.
Let's turn to a comment made by Angel Reese in a recent Instagram Live. She reportedly said her rookie contract is for $74,000.
Angel Reese, the rising star of the WNBA and one of the most well-known figures in women's basketball today, just dropped a major bombshell that has everyone talking. If you thought being a professional athlete meant living in luxury, think again. Angel Reese just revealed that despite her impressive reputation on the court,
rookies like Reese attract so many fans, little girls included.
Her WNBA salary isn't even enough to cover her basic living expenses. She can't even afford her rent. Can you believe that? This is insane, and we're about to break it all down.
But their salaries are so low here. Your thoughts here, Cam?
An ongoing Instagram Live, the Chicago Sky star says she pays $8,000 per month for rent.
In a recent Instagram Live session, Reese opened up about her financial struggles and didn't hold back. She was brutally honest when she said, "I just hope y'all know, the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills."
I just hope y'all know, the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
Literally. She laughed at her situation, but underneath that humor, it was clear that this was no joke.
Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at.
Reese is getting paid $74,000 a year for her efforts on the court, and her monthly rent? A whopping $8,000. Yeah, that's $96,000 a year just for housing alone. So, how is this even possible?
I think it's unfortunate that her salary is very low, but at the same time, she's bringing in a good enough amount of revenue.
Let's take a closer look at Angel Reese's situation and the broader context of WNBA salaries. Reese has become a household name, not only for her skills on the court, but also for her undeniable charisma and social media presence.
She's trying to build a brand for sure. More viewers this season. Could that translate?
She helped LSU secure a national championship and was drafted into the WNBA by the Chicago Sky in 2024, immediately becoming a player to watch. But despite her growing fame, Reese's WNBA salary doesn't reflect the value she brings to the league, and her situation has exposed a major flaw in how women athletes are compensated. We have to talk about the elephant in the room, the staggering difference between WNBA and NBA salaries. Reese makes $74,000 a year, but the average NBA salary is over $7 million annually. Think about that for a second. That's over 94 times more than what Reese and her fellow WNBA players are making.
But for the WNBA, and so sometimes I like to go with my intuition, my gut tells me these salaries will go up very soon.
It's no wonder she's struggling with her bills when you compare that to what the male players are taking home. How can a professional athlete with her level of skill and influence be expected to survive on such a modest income, especially when her rent is astronomical? Reese's candid confession has sparked outrage, with fans, players, and even celebrities chiming in on social media. One user tweeted, "Imagine earning $74,000 a year and knowingly signing an $8,000 a month lease. This one's on her."
Complaining about how she can't afford an $8,000 a month rent payment.
Others defended Reese, pointing out the bigger issue. This isn't about her choices. It's about the fact that WNBA players aren't getting paid what they're worth. Period. Reese herself hasn't shied away from the controversy. In fact, she's been using her platform to shed light on the deeper issue of gender pay disparity in sports.
The Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese.
Angel Reese! I came to visit and then everything was just perfect. I fell in love with LSU. And
Reese might be one of the lucky ones with endorsement deals and sponsorships to supplement her income. But what about the players who don't have that luxury? For them, making ends meet on a WNBA salary is a real challenge. The fact that Angel Reese, a superstar in her own right, has to rely on endorsement deals just to afford her lifestyle should tell you everything you need to know about how broken the pay system is in the WNBA.
Angel Reese
Rookie of the year?
She may be rookie of the year. She's special.
Let's get into the numbers. Reese is earning $74,000 a year from the WNBA. But after taxes, housing, and other expenses, what's really left? And it's not just Reese. The average salary in the WNBA hovers around $120,000. But only a handful of players are even making that.
She's 22, 23. She can barely hit layups.
Most WNBA players are earning much less, and that's where things get really ugly. For comparison, even players on the lowest tier of the NBA salary scale are bringing home over $1 million annually. The disparity isn't just unfair, it's absurd, and it's not like Angel Reese is asking for the moon. All she wants is to be compensated fairly for the work she's putting in. Reese is an influencer, a role model, and a powerhouse on the court. She's also helped boost the visibility of the WNBA, bringing in new fans, creating more media attention, and helping generate revenue for the league.
I give the vote to Angel. I think she's definitely leading in the Rookie of the Year race.
Mimicking, she's mocking working class.
Shouldn't that level of impact come with a paycheck that reflects it? Right now, Reese's salary doesn't match her contribution to the game, and that's what makes this situation so frustrating. It's also important to mention that Angel Reese isn't just relying on her WNBA salary. She's been savvy enough to build her brand off the court, landing sponsorship deals with major companies like Reebok, and even collaborating with Reese's Pieces, a deal that practically writes itself given her name.
She happens to be a terrific talent who's white and very, very marketable.
Her net worth is estimated to be around $2 million, but that's mainly because of these deals. Without them, she'd be in the same boat as many other WNBA players who are struggling to stay afloat financially. But let's not forget what Reese said during her Instagram live session. The WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. The fact that she has to lean on endorsement deals to make up for the league's failure to properly compensate its players speaks volumes about the state of women's sports. And Angel Reese isn't alone in this fight. Players like Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, and Brianna Stewart have all spoken out about the need for higher pay and better working conditions in the WNBA. But despite their efforts, progress has been slow. The sad truth is that many WNBA players are forced to go overseas to play during the off-season just to make ends meet. Countries like Russia, Turkey, and China offer much higher salaries for women's basketball players, which is why so many of them spend their off-seasons playing in these leagues. Imagine that, having to leave your country and play halfway around the world just to earn a living wage.
Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22.
And these aren't second-tier athletes we're talking about. These are the best of the best in women's basketball. It's absolutely insane that they have to put themselves through that just to make a decent living. And Angel Reese's bombshell has only added fuel to the fire. Fans are now demanding change, calling for the WNBA to increase salaries, improve living conditions, and make the league more sustainable for its players. The league itself has made some moves in recent years, increasing its salary cap and offering better benefits, but it's still not enough. The fact that we're even having this conversation in 2024 shows just how far we still have to go. But Reese's situation is about more than just money. It's about respect. It's about the way women athletes are treated in comparison to their male counterparts. WNBA players are putting in the same level of effort, enduring the same physical tolls, and bringing in their own set of fans. Yet they're being paid a fraction of what NBA players earn. How is that fair? Reese's bombshell has brought this issue to the forefront.
How much money she makes, and she doesn't need her WNBA salary.
And now the WNBA has to face some tough questions. What happens next? That's the big question. Will the WNBA finally step up and start paying its players what they deserve? Or will players like Angel Reese continue to struggle to make ends meet despite their talent, hard work, and dedication to the game? One thing's for sure, Reese isn't going to back down.
He just likes to call out haters and clap back at haters and say different things.
She's made it clear that she's using her platform to advocate for change, and if anyone can spark a revolution, it's her. We also have to talk about the broader implications of this bombshell. Reese's revelation has opened the floodgates for other players to share their stories. We're already hearing rumblings from other WNBA athletes who are experiencing the same struggles. Players who are just as talented and just as deserving of fair pay, but aren't getting it. This could be the moment that finally forces the league to take a hard look at its salary structure and make some real changes. But until then, Angel Reese will keep grinding, both on and off the court. She's not just a basketball player. She's a force to be reckoned with. And this bombshell she just dropped, it's only the beginning. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more WNBA topics and updates, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.